Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be doing a review of the Flower Nose Wonder Chocolate Shop collection or Chocolate Wonder Shop collection, and I'm really lucky enough to have all of these products were sent by my friend Judy, and I'm so thankful of her. Definitely feel really lucky and grateful of her to send this to me to try as well, because she had some double out, so she thought why not share these products with me. So thank you so much, Judy. I'm going to try my best to make this as detailed as possible for you guys, but if not, I'm pretty sure Judy is planning on doing a full thorough detail of this collection, and once it is live, I'll put it down in my description box below. Definitely check her out, because I have a feeling she'll be doing like 3 looks as well, which is always like really gorgeous and very out of my comfort zone, but she's so talented, so creative, and I always get inspired when I see her makeup. But anywho, let's get this review started. Let's talk about the first product first, and this is the Flower Nose Chocolate Series Highlighter and Contour. The packaging, oh my god, like I forgot to mention, all this packaging are just like so beautiful to just like look at, like even for display it's like amazing. And I feel like the whole theme of this is obviously that chocolate shop theme, but at the same time it really gives me like that Marie Antoinette and Lolita style kind of vibe as well. That's how I feel with this, and most of the scent of this does smell a little bit like chocolatey scent, and it really reminds me of the Etude House Hershey's / Kisses collection, where it has that really nice chocolate smell. Back to this highlighter and contour, this packaging is actually really solid. It's quite heavy as well, but it's like well packaged, and I love that like it shuts really easily too, and that all of these products actually, except for the lip cream, all of these products actually have a mirror, which I absolutely love, and I've been using the mirror every time I use the product itself as well. With this particular palette, it does come with matte and pearl like powder as well. So you have like the highlighter here, which is a beautiful gold shimmery shade, and then here you have a setting powder, which I've been using to actually settle under my eye area as well as like my smile line, because that's where it cracks the most. And you can see I've been using this contour shade quite a bit for my bronzing. I haven't really touched this one because it's very gray light tone for me, but you can obviously use this for contouring, but I haven't really touched it. So I like that you have like pretty much all in one in this packaging, which is really convenient to use, and it's so versatile as well. And it's definitely something that I will definitely be reaching out for, and probably a palette that I'll be taking with me on like travel, because then I don't need to worry about packing things separately. Like all the face related stuff is actually in this one palette, which is great. Back to a little bit of the coloring and stuff. With the bronzer here, at first when I saw it, I thought it might be a little bit too light for me, or a little bit too dark brown tone, if that makes sense, like light but at the same time looks a bit dark. But anywho, with this one, it actually really suits my complexion really well, which I'm really happy. With the highlighter, you can see here on the side is very reflective, and a little goes a long way, and it's so easy to build as well. So if you're trying to do like a natural side, you can as well, or you want like me, you want it obvious, you can just go back and forth, create a little bit of layer, and it still looks really beautiful. For the setting powder, I also like that it doesn't make my face look like powdery as well when I apply this. For both of this mascara, I noticed that the applicator itself, when you look at the wand, you actually can see a little bit of fiber to it, and I'm pretty sure the reason for that is to help lengthen your eyelashes. Now for me, I have like probably the most shortest and stubby lashes ever, and hence why I always tend to go for fake lashes. But I did try both of these colors to give it a go, and I feel like I am leaning more towards the black one, just because the black one tends to be more obvious on my lashes. It definitely gives you more of that lengthening effect rather than the volume. It definitely doesn't give any volume on the lashes on the top or the bottom. And for me personally, I do like this one for my bottom lashes because it does separate my individual individual lashes nicely, and it does lag a little bit. For the top, however, I don't see much differences with this, especially like when I put my lashes on, you can definitely see how my real lashes and my fake lashes are not together because the mascara itself is not thick enough to actually put them together, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would definitely use this more for my bottom lashes. For the brown one, I feel like it's not as tinted for me. Like the brown is definitely leaning much more toward like a light brown side for me. So it's definitely more obvious when I put on my top lashes that it's actually brown, and it doesn't really match my natural lashes. But if I do put it on my bottom one, it is actually not as obvious as the black one. So I think if I want like a very natural light makeup, I would definitely use this brown brown mascara because it's actually less obvious than the black, if that makes sense. Here's probably like the exciting ones for me, and these are the eyeshadow palettes. So let's start with number 1, the Nutcracker. And oh my god, like the packaging, guys, like the top and the inside, everything is so beautiful. Like when I saw this, I was like, I cannot bear myself to actually use this product, but I told myself I need to use it because if not, there's no point having it. There's no point just looking and mesmerizing it. You must use it, right? So anyway, this is actually like a brown theme eyeshadow. As you can see, they are all brown base, and with all of these eyeshadow palettes, they have 6 matte shadows and 2 shimmery shades, and the shimmery shades is like pearl like shimmery, a little bit of glitter too, which are the 2 shells on the corners. And I'll put like a quick demo here for you guys, and I absolutely love all of this brown color. This is definitely more of my comfort zone, more of my go-to color when I do apply my makeup. So when I saw this palette, I was like, yes, this is beautiful. This is like, I can do whatever I want with this, from a neutral side to like a darker side. So for this makeup look is my go-to makeup method, eyeshadow method, and I absolutely love this. I love this gold shimmery shade, like it applies so smoothly, it's so buttery. Like even using like a brush, usually when it comes to Asian eyeshadows, I don't really use brushes for any shimmery glitter because it's not as reflective, but using a brush for this, like it's amazing. Okay guys, like it actually glides on so nicely. You can see the glitter on it. It is gorgeous, and I especially am happy with the darker brown at the end too, because then it really helps me to darken up my eyeshadow look, because I do like to have a bit of that gradient effect and to deepen up my lid space too, which is amazing. In terms of the fallout, I don't see that many fallout for this particular palette, and I love every single one of it, and they are also pigmented too. Number 2 is called Young Shepherdess. Oh my gosh guys, I'll just put the name up here, but it's called Young 少女, I think, in Chinese Mandarin. I missed one at the beginning, but anyway, I love this. Okay, when I saw this, the first thing that I noticed was this green color, and so with this whole palette, it's more of that gray beigey nudie shade side. But also at the same time, when I saw this, I was like, how do I create a makeup with this? Because again, like I said, I really need like a really dark eyeshadow to deepen up my whole look, and when I saw this brown, I was like, it doesn't look as dark as number 1, you know. But then when I started playing with this, and I was like, you know what, this is actually really amazing, and I actually use this palette for my Christmas look because I wanted to go for something green, and I wore like a green dress as well, and I'm really happy with the turnout. I also used like a grey contact lens, which I thought was like a good combo using those two, and somehow I actually created this look, which I'm really happy, and it looks really light and sweet at the same time, and I'm really happy with this green. When I applied this, it looks more of like an apple green, and then I also layer it with this champagne pink shimmer on top, which actually put all the whole eyeshadow look together, because then it doesn't look like a straight green, it looks like a shiny green, if that makes sense. However, I haven't really used this pink yet, but I feel like it's a little bit pale for me. So for me, to be honest, I would actually use this more as a blush, but everything else I would actually use it again. I do feel like this particular brown up here is more of like a stone brown for me when I actually applied on my eyes yesterday. I use it around my lid space and it looks a bit like grey toned, but actually once I put all the other eyeshadows on top, it actually doesn't look too bad as well. Definitely keen on using this too as like a highlighter too, because I'm curious how this two look like, because they really do speak out to me when it comes to like highlighting. But yeah, definitely happy with this one too. Last but not least, this one is called number 3, Witch Boutique, and the whole theme of this is black and pink. But my god guys, when I saw this purple, oh my god, like I can't help but keep staring at this purple. This is what I'm currently wearing right now, and it really gives me this like mermaid vibe, you know, when I do apply this, and I'm really happy with what I have created as well. And similar to number 2, where I used the pink, matte pink as the base, and then on top I would layer it with this purple shimmer. And so with this purple shimmer, I actually used a brush to apply on top of the pink, but I wasn't satisfied with how much it actually had on my eye, so I just used my finger, and I'm so glad I used my finger for this purple, because it's so reflective, it's so beautiful. I love the combo of it. I love everything about this purple, and because of this purple, it really makes me want to actually do this makeup more and more. Like, instead of using the brown, I really want to use this eyeshadow palette to create this makeup look again, because that's how much I love it. However, it's the same with this number 3, where I wish it has like this dark brown shadow, again because of my comfort zone. However, it does have this brown here, which I'm actually surprised I actually use it at the end of the of my eyes, and it's actually really good enough. With this black though, like I have been using this more of just putting this on top of my eyeliner to just blur out any harsh line, and I definitely love this black because you do see a little bit of like pearl like essence on it, but actually when you do apply on your eyes, it's actually more of a matte finish, which I actually am happy with. But I actually do love this black. Like if they do have this black separately on a single shadow pan, I would definitely get one, because I always have something like this to actually just put it on top of my eyeliner. So yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. Like this purple, amazing. For the blushes, I have all 4 as well. So let's start with number 1, and this is called Bedtime Story. Again, the packaging is so cute, and inside this is the blush, definitely a decent size, and I mean, come on, it also has a mirror. So this number 1 is what I'm wearing right now, and it has more of that baby light pink color, and I'm actually really amazed with how pigmented all these blushes are, and this number 1 is super gorgeous. When I saw this, I thought, okay, it might be a little bit too light compared to like the other 3 blushes they released, because the other 3 is actually quite dark, but this number 1, it doesn't look pale at all. It actually really suits me, which I'm actually really happy. Definitely love the turnout of this. Number 2, this one is called Knitted Bear, and this is the only blush I actually haven't used yet. On the packaging, it looks like, you know, like bear color, which is like very brown, but when I actually apply on my skin, it looks more like a nudie pink, so a little bit of that brown base, but also has a little bit of that pinky tone. I have a feeling I would definitely love this as well. But I mean, when I first saw this, I was like, hey, isn't this like a bronzing color? But actually applying on my hand, you can definitely see it can be like a, I guess like a blush and contour. So if I do use this one, I definitely wouldn't like do bronzing on my face and just have this as like a blush, because it really, you know, like if not, I feel like my face would be like true brown when I do apply this. Number 3 is called Tartan Coat, and I would have to say this is probably like my favorite color of all this 4. This was probably the first blush that I reached out when I saw this collection, and I absolutely love this. This one is much more darker than number 1, and it has like more of that peachy rosy shade on me when I do apply it. And honestly, I can probably like apply this so much, and I don't even care how much I apply because I absolutely love the turnout of this. Even the description says that it will be like a healthy looking color to flatter any skin tone, so I'm actually not surprised because like I said, with this one you can definitely build up with this blush from like really light to really dark tone as well. So I definitely love this particular shade. So if you have to pick one, I would recommend picking number 3. Number 4 is called Antique Doll, and this one it recommends to use more of that winter season, but honestly I love it equally, and I did use this yesterday as well, and I love the color of this because it really is a little bit dark, like I would say darker than number 2, but I love the turnout of this because it really gives me that really warm feeling when I do apply this. Again, this is much more of like a mauvey pink as well, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous too. And it's really hard to decide whether I like number 3 or number 4, but if I can pick 2 out of this 4, I would definitely pick number 4 as well. But again, I have all 4 and I'm really happy having all 4 because all these blushes are honestly so beautiful and they are so buttery, so pigmented. Can't get enough of all these colors. Last but not least are the lip cream. I actually have 4 out of 9. I believe they did release 9 colors, and I really wish I have CH09 because like I saw that and I was like, oh my god, I really need it because it's like a dark brown chocolate shade. So I'm really excited to see how that color looks like on Judy, but I got 4 of it, and again I'm really grateful for it anyway. And all of this lip cream really reminds me of the Etude House Moussey lip cream, where it's like again very moussey like. It doesn't feel thick when you do apply, and it does smooth out and give you like a really nice blur finish. Doesn't feel drying on your lips as well because I do have dry lips. But I do have to say one boo-boo for me is the applicator, because I feel like it's really stiff when you do apply it. Like it's not bendy at all. Even though it has this slant and pointiness, I feel like it doesn't really do much for me, especially the pointy side, because the pointy doesn't really pick up much. And so when I do apply, I just apply it like this way, horizontally, which is actually really weird, but somehow it works for me. But once it goes on your lips, the colors are beautiful. It is very pigmented. It feels very comfortable on the lips, and I've been using this quite a lot, especially number CH04. We'll start off with CH01, which is called Bagel Cookie. And with this one, is probably the lightest one for me out of the 4, but it is a very beautiful beigey nudie brown shade on me. CH02, it is called Almond Souffle, and just like its name, it really gives me that almond color, but also leaning towards much more of that light nudie shade too. And it's definitely much more darker than CH01 for me. CH03 is called Honey Apricot, and again, like the name, it has a little bit of that apricot side where you have that orange shade, but also has a combination of like brown and pink, which I absolutely love. Last but not least, like I mentioned before, CH04 Pink Cashmere is probably my favorite one of the 4, and it's probably the pinkest one for me. And for me, I feel like this is like a tinted version of my lips, so pretty much like MLBB shade. So if I want my lips to be darker but matches my lip color, this would be it, because it is a beautiful gorgeous pink shade. Judy also sent me a couple of the sample as well, because the Flower Nose collection, they did release 2 perfume too. One is called Ellie's Flower Tea, and the other one is called Red Queen Mischief. And the packaging for this, like the perfume, looks so pretty. Like I can only imagine it looking very nice in real life, and like imagine like displaying it. Like I have my perfume displaying at the back. But yeah, so I'm going to do like a little sniff, and I mean hopefully like I can already smell this one. So this one is Ellie's Flower Tea, and it says that it contains woody flower, lemon blackcurrant, fig leaves, neroli, olive tree, and ling ling beans. Definitely a lot of products, but for me, honestly, I can definitely smell more of that floral. Not so much the blackcurrant or the lemon, but definitely smell very citrusy and very floral. So if you're liking like those like floral kind of perfume, this would be it. Second one is called Red Queen Mischief, and this one, ooh, it has peach blossom and fruit, peaches, coconuts, grapes, tuberose, plum lily, musk, sandalwood, cheddar. I can't say it, but ooh, this one definitely have that peachy smell, and I do love peach, so I would say I definitely like this one more than the other one. I really like this one. Yeah, so this one is the Red Queen's Mischief. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think, but overall I'm actually very happy with this collection. Definitely really grateful for Judy again for letting me try this out, because I know flower nose are getting really popular, so it's definitely great to try this product out and see how it goes. But yeah, really happy, and I will be using this really often. If you guys have picked up any of this from the Chocolate Wonder Shop collection, let me know down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.